Hey, everybody, it's Chris Mahan with a very special late night podcast, Lead a Teen podcast. I am stoked. Today, I have a renewed sense of uh, love for this country. I've never not had love for this country or patriotism for this country. I think that over the last several years, we've seen a decline in other people's love for this country and what it means to the world. You can not like the president. You can not like a lot of things about how the government is run. But the one thing is a constant, and that is this country as a whole, me, you, everybody, we are a great country. We are one of the most giving, most loving, most compassionate countries around the world. People are literally breaking in through our border to come here. If we're such a terrible place, why is that happening? Because we're not. We are a great country, and the opportunities here for everybody that wants to work hard, that wants to have a dream fulfilled, you can do it. You can absolutely do it. I am living proof of it. I have friends that are living proof of it, and they are white, black, older, women, guys, all of us as a collective. I know so many people that are just living an amazing life right here in this country, and it's because of the opportunities that this country offers people. And when I see people hate on this country and burn our flag and just say how terrible it is, it hurts me. It absolutely hurts me. And I think it should hurt you too. Because if you've never been to another country or experienced other forms of government, then you don't really know how great this country is. We have the freedom of speech. We have the freedom of due process. We have the freedom of assembly. We have all these constitutional rights that other places do not have. And that's what makes us great. Do we have some scars and some blemishes? Yes, we do. Absolutely, we do. And the beautiful thing is that people came around to help fix those and stop those and to make it better. Doesn't make things that happened in the past right, but it can make it better. And today, what I heard was again a sense of American pride in our auto workers, our manufacturers, our families, and the core values of this country. You can be who you want to be. You can do you. You're an adult. You do what you got to do. But the safety and security of our children, as a family and teen and youth advocate, I am 100% excited about what I heard today. As someone who wants to see other people succeed on a daily basis, I am absolutely ecstatic about what I heard today. And yes, there's going to be opposition. There's going to be the naysayers. There's going to be the late night talk show hosts that are probably all on pins and needles right now because a lot of them are probably going to be. I don't know if it was me, I'd be going after him, but I'm not him, so I'm not Donald Trump, so he can do what he has to do. But there are a lot of people that spread a lot of hate and a lot of misinformation and a lot of just downright cruelty and lies these last several years. And as someone who is a family and teen advocate, I want to ask you, the American public and the families and parents, what do you think that message is to our young people when we can see such division, when we can see so many lies being told and so much misinformation? And then now we find out that all those conspiracy theories were true. I don't know if this is true. I saw that he pardoned Dr. Fauci. Why would we have to do that? Mark Zuckerberg did go and have a meeting with Donald Trump a few weeks ago saying, hey, they pressured us at Facebook. They pressured us, the Biden administration, to stop certain things or to, you know, uh, deem things misinformation. Don Lemon, Chris Cuomo on CNN attacked Joe Rogan, and they attacked people who weren't vaccinated. It was just attack after attack after attack. So I'm happy today to see that hopefully, everybody in this country, every single person in this country can live again and to breathe again and to feel patriotic again and not be ashamed of wearing a flag and waving a flag and saying the Pledge of Allegiance or God Bless America or Merry Christmas or whatever it is that you want to do. It is in, just incredible to me. A couple years ago, I had a former coworker who walked into this training room that I was in, and I had hung an American flag, about a 4x6, right in that size. And he walks in, and he was my age and college educated, looks at the flag and just stares at it. And I was like, hey, it's pretty nice, huh? And he says, with a evil look on his face, just absolute disgust on his face, why is that hanging up in here? I said, why is what hanging up in here? It's the American flag. Like, what do you mean what? Like it's our flag. Now keep in mind we were working for the government, so your tax dollars were paying me and him. And he was so filled with rage over that flag. And I reminded him, I said, you know that that flag and the people that pay taxes in this country pay our salary. Because of them and the programs in this country, we have a job. He was so angry, he went to our boss and demanded that I take that flag down. She called me and she said, "Hey, what did you hang up in the training room?" I said, "I hung an American flag." I said, "I'm not taking it down." I said, "If I could find a bigger one, I'd put a bigger one up in here." And she was like, "Okay, cool." Like she wasn't upset. In fact, she was more disgusted that he'd want to take down the flag. But that's where we were a couple years ago. That's where we were with adults. When adults act like that, it's only natural that young people are going to follow suit. And young people are so easily conditioned. That's the whole reason certain people target young people because they are easily swayed, easily conditioned, easily tricked. But to have a, at the time, 54-year-old man, college educated, working for the system, come in and just be angry over that flag. You don't have to love everything our government does. God knows I don't. But as a people, as a nation, we are incredible. Look at North Carolina. People are stepping up. People are coming and helping. We've totally forgotten about Hawaii. Like, what happened to that? Like, they're not even on the radar anymore. There are people here in Florida still rebuilding their homes from those two hurricanes. There are people right now in North Carolina with no heat, no real shelter, and it's been over 100 days. And now that California is burning, we're supposed to all just drop everything and worry about California. Now, the people in California, I do feel sorry for you. I think it's absolutely horrible what your leadership has done. And if the stories are true about the no water in the fire hydrants and the reservoirs dried up and all these other things, then California's got a serious, serious problem out there. And I think all their leadership needs to step down. You can point fingers and point blame, but buck stops with you. Gavin Newsom, Karen Bass, all the leadership out there. Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, Adam Schiff, Harris. All of you have a stake in California. So all of them, in my view, have a little bit of ash on their hands. But as a country, we will support California. We will support the people of California. And if we find out that all these rumors are true about LA 2028 and all this smart city stuff and it comes out, man, I don't even want to imagine what people do. If they find out that this was all by design. God, I hope it isn't. But with some of the crazy stuff that we've seen in the last 4 years, with the lies from COVID, with the lies years ago about, I remember this one. Colin Powell went on television years ago and said, he held up a little vial. He said, "We have found evidence of weapons of mass destruction." We have to go into battle. We have to go start this war. And then when it was revealed that it was a lie, man, was he upset. See, a lot of people forget these things. They don't study history or they're just too young to remember or even know. But for adults, 45, 50 years old, you know what's been happening. We grew up with this stuff. Heck, Biden, Pelosi, the Clintons, they were all in office back when we were coming out of high school, going into college back in the 90s. They're still around. We know what they were saying. We have now spoken as a nation. Things have to turn around. And again, I'm not saying you need to be on one side or the other, but as an American citizen, things have to turn around. We cannot continue to send billions and billions of dollars overseas as our cities are being lined with homeless. We cannot continue to send billions and billions overseas when our veterans are dying in the streets. We cannot continue to have our border wide open and let people just flow through here with drugs and everything else. Can't do it. It's not sustainable. How much more do you want to be taxed? It has to stop. So today, I am happy for families. I hope that the promises that he made today about lowering utility bills and drilling for more oil so we can becoming energy independent again and fighting inflation so we can actually feed our families again, maybe go on a vacation. The housing costs, that's a whole nother crisis altogether. So, regardless of how you voted, hopefully you did vote one way or the other. Think about how you can contribute to make your little world in your hometown or wherever your state better. Collectively, if we all did that, this nation would be the most amazing place on earth if it isn't already. It hasn't been for a while, I'll admit it, but it can be again. So talk to your kids, tell them what this means today. He just said he's going to declassify the John F. Kennedy files and Robert Kennedy files and the Dr. Martin Luther King files. That is going to open up a lot of discussion. He's only been in office 4 years, and they hated him this much. People that have been in 30, 40, 50 years. They're scared of him. I do believe in my heart of hearts that he is looking out for every single person in this country, every family, every child, every hardworking person, auto worker, steel worker, manufacturer, farmer, cop, fireman, mom, dad. I believe it. So, with that, I hope you guys have an amazing night. And I truly hope that this country in the next 4 years can see prosperity that leaps bounds and bounds and bounds over what was post World War II. I hope that we can lower inflation. I hope that families can come back together. I hope that jobs come back here. I hope that people are feeling a sense of pride in their country again. To not be afraid to look at a flag or be angry to look at a flag, American flag. I will never forget that. So with that, I'm gonna leave you guys tonight. Have an amazing evening. Have a great week. My name is Chris Mahan. Please like and share. This is Lead Your Teen Podcast, and I hope to see you guys all again real soon.